Welcome to DevArchitect, the channel for developers who are tired of tutorials that teach you how to click buttons but never how to think. By the end of this video, you'll be able to look at any slow AEM site and say exactly where the front-end architecture is broken. If you search online, you'll find thousands of posts saying AEM is slow. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most AEM projects are slow because front-end teams treat enterprise scale like a side project. I've worked on AEM platforms with millions of users, multiple brands, and hundreds of components. And performance problems always come from how front-end is structured. Today I'll break down the real reasons AEM front-end becomes slow at scale, with examples you'll actually see in projects. In small projects, hardly there will be 10 to 20 components, 1 to 2 Clientlibs, minimal JS. In enterprise, there will be 300 plus components, shared libraries, multiple teams, authoring and publish logic, brand variants. So in simple way, scale means more components, more teams, more reuse, more authoring logic, longer project lifespan. Performance problems appear only when architecture meets scale. Performance killer 1. Each component owns CSS and JS. All client libs get aggregated. Duplication everywhere. Realistic example is you add a simple button component, but it pulls utility JS, polyfills, and event listeners that already exist elsewhere, like in global level it might present. Why this hurts? Larger bundles, longer parse time, slower interaction. So thumb rule is, unless it's a complex or a huge component that needs isolation, we should not go with the component-specific client libs. If you observe the code carefully, the code is checking whether the specific element exists on the page and only then loading another JavaScript file. Else, it won't load the JS for carousel. This is nothing but lazy load architecture. What happens here? One page level client lib.js loaded only when required. What are the advantages? JS runs only if needed. Smaller main bundle. Faster interaction. Killer number 2. Global JS that never sleeps. If you observe the code, global JS running on every page, even on pages without the components. It runs on home, on error pages, on pages without buttons. So the impacts are DOM scanning in every page, layout thrashing, slower interaction. JS that runs unnecessarily is the number one silent killer. Conclusion is, we should not keep component-specific logics in global level. Killer number 3. HTL abuse. Embedding business logic in HTL seems fast, but it forces the rendering engine to calculate on every request. It creates inconsistencies between author and publish modes and makes caching impossible. Problems: complex conditions, rendering logic, hard to cache, hard to debug. Correct thinking is, HTL should define the DOM, that's it. So, move logic to Sling models, JS, or backend services to control the behavior. I have already explained in details about this topic in my another video you can find from the description below. HTL versus JavaScript in AEM, where logic actually belongs. Killer number 4. Authoring code in publish. Common issues. Dialog.js shipped to publish. Editable logic loaded for users. CSS meant for author overlays. In reality, publish users pay the cost for author features they'll never use. So authoring convenience should never cost user performance. When everyone adds code and no one removes it, performance debt grows silently, release after release. As a result, performance doesn't fail suddenly, it decays quietly. Major causes includes no bundle checks, no performance budgets, no CI performance gates. Key is remove unused code. Now, what good M frontend looks like. Page-based clientlibs, conditional JS loading, strict HTL responsibility, clean author-publish separation, continuous audits. So, scalable frontend is about discipline, not tools. You can pause and have a look on the standard metrics that websites should achieve for a well-performing site. AEM doesn't become slow by default. It becomes slow when front-end decisions ignore scale. In the next video, we'll go deeper. Clientlibs versus ES modules and why most enterprise teams misuse both.